So we want to show respect to our veterans for Memorial Day and cut off their mics and tell them to get the fuck out of here. So that's pretty much what happened in Memorial Day. It's so weird because like Memorial Day, the language people use for Memorial Day already feels strange to me. It kind of feels like we're sacrificing our friends and family for a blood sacrifice. And the way people talk about it is so strange.
I volunteer in tribute.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it feels like. And meanwhile, we have like the highest veteran suicide rates ever. We have but try to disrespect veterans. Be the person to disrespect veterans.
Let's talk about the disrespect of veterans. Okay, yeah. Let's go back to 2016, 2017, when someone sat on a bench, and then another player asked him not to sit down, but to take a knee out of respect. Yeah. So then he starts taking a knee during the national anthem. And what do we all hear about what people wanted to make his message about? What were we told over and over by the right-wing media?
Disrespecting America is disrespecting veterans.
The veterans, right? Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. So this guy, exercised his right to peaceful protest because he didn't feel that black people were getting the honor due to them, the equal treatment under the law. So let's talk veterans, okay?
Yeah. So I really got this is when I found this out, it was crazy because I actually listened to the speech and it's like he doesn't say nothing crazy. It's almost like he's just reading a fucking textbook. And so it's wild to me this happened. So pretty much what we're down here, organizers cut off veterans' mic when he discusses the role black people played in the origins of Memorial Day. Like, how ridiculous is this? He's talking about why we celebrate Memorial Day in the first place. Why we even there in the first place.
The actual canonical origin of Memorial Day. Like, it wasn't like he was just trying to just insert black people in it where they didn't belong. They were the first to celebrate Memorial Day. The actual first.
So what happened here? So pretty much where this happened in Ohio?
Yeah. Was it? Yes. Retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Barnard Kempter. He was the keynote address speaker, and he was given a speech about shit that's historically accurate.
Yeah, scurry of news clippings, newspaper. He's like fact checked. He was like, I got the clippings, I got the receipts.
Yeah, I got the receipts. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So
a group of freed black people were among the first to commemorate the holiday following the surrender of the Confederacy.
Who were traitors? They were traitors. They were traitors. They were looters and they were traitors.
Yep.
So
Yep. The ceremony is believed to have included a parade of as many as 10,000 people, including 3,000 African-American school children singing the Union marching song, John Brown's Body. They were carrying armfuls of flowers and went to decorate at the graves. We are talking about people who were honoring the members of the military.
Yeah.
But about a minute after Kempter's microphone was cut roughly halfway through his address. So, he's doing his thing, and then he's like, what happened to my mic? He thought it was a mistake. It turns out a Karen, her name might as well be Karen.
Yeah.
Cindy Sushan, when she talked to a reporter, her response was that his remarks were not relevant to our program. Our theme of the day was honoring Hudson veterans.
The whole reason why you have a program is because black people celebrated. Like, that's the reason why you guys even there in the first place. What are the reason you're there for? So this is like this weird revisionist delusional thing that a lot of like white people do. I mean, it's like they have this whole fabricated reality they live in, and anything that challenges it, they're so scared of it. And I really want to play the clip. And look at this. He's talking about giving proper burial to people. These people, the Hudson veterans have a proper burial. They're buried. They're okay. But these black people, they're somewhere in the bushes somewhere. That's why he's bringing it up.
You know what fucks me up though? Who is she to talk to a retired lieutenant colonel? Who are you, sir? Can you take this part out of your speech and take that part out? And when you mention non-white people, yeah, I think we're gonna have to go in another direction. Can you only talk about white people, please? Because we just want to see the white people, okay? So you're talking to a retired Army lieutenant colonel. You should be saluting every time you come into his presence. You should not be asking him to do anything. And plus, you should be asking him what you can do to make his speech easier to give.
And plus, and this is what we want. We want white people to notice. And this is and you want to attack. But this is what we talk about. So a lot of times white people who help black people get it worse than black people themselves. And this is kind of a little taste of it in a lot of ways. So I want to pull up this clip right here. And I want the audience to know, how is this unreasonable what you're saying? Let's play this.
However, Yale historian David Blight, asserting the holiday is rooted in a moving ceremony, was conducted by freed slaves on May 1st.
Look at all of those honors on his jacket.
1865, at the tattered remains of a Confederate prisoner of war camp. It was a Charleston, Washington racecourse and jockey club, today known as Hampton Park. The ceremony is believed to have included a parade of as many as 10,000 people, including 3,000 African-American school children singing the Union marching song, John Brown's Body. They were carrying armfuls of flowers and went to decorate the graves. Interesting that there would be a tie back to Hudson with that song of John Brown.
Completely relevant to the program.
Whether Charleston's Decoration Day was the first is attended by Charleston's black community. Hey, Jake, Mike.
What an asshole thing to do.
Yeah, the actual audio engineer said it was not a malfunction. They also told the paper that he refused to turn his audio down when asked, and that Garrison did so, and that Garrison was the one who cut the audio. Stokes said that was very improper. I would have never done something like that, and he was very upset over the incident. I mean, imagine you are somebody that just does audio at a park, and you are supposed to be serving someone.
I'm gonna piss off some
veterans. He gave his life to service in the military for your rights, your supposed rights to be protected, and then you got some asshole that's never accomplished anything in their life, and I was kind of thinking, I was just like, well, why would somebody insist that black people be honored in all of this? And then to find out that they wanted him to take out parts of that speech, it would make sense that a white woman would approach a white guy thinking, oh, those are just the niggers. You don't have to show them any kind of respect. Just kind of take that out. And then you're surprised when he's like, no, actually, this is relevant to this is the origin story. What is more relevant than the origin story?
Yeah, the reason why we're here in the first place is because,
yeah. I mean, why was the fucking war fought in the fucking first place? Hello. But we want to keep it all whitewashed because, just the Karens.
So what history are people teaching each other that this, you just floated, you just showed up in America 200 years ago, and everyone's happy. Like, what the fuck are they teaching people? You know,
and the thing is, we got to keep hearing over and over and over again about how we're living in a post-racial society, and we shouldn't be talking about racism because there's no real racism. It's the land of the free and the opportunity. Okay. And here isn't. And the thing is, like, haven't we not complained in the past about old white men trying to keep things white?
Yeah, and
here's an old white man saying, "Yo, this is just what it was."
Yeah, exactly.
No. You're talking about you're talking about the niggers too much. Okay,
because that's the thing. We want.
Please take that out, please.
We don't get to do so much, but white people and their white spaces, they have to do that work, and he's actually trying to do that. And they cut his mic off, so it's like So it's crazy to see that happen in real time. So we had so we're gonna flip to another politics as usual situation. We had the mayor debate yesterday, and all our favorite candidates are in it. Andrew Yang, Eric Adams, Diane Morris, who hasn't paid people. All these different things are happening. That's like crazy. This election is really crazy, and I think a lot of reasons why this election is crazy because people have been so focused on Cuomo, focused on the mess in the state level legal stuff, like the political stuff, that we kind of slipped our minds about who should be good candidates for New York City. So this is why it's kind of like a shit show right now in a lot of ways. And
I mean, $1,000 a month, man. What have I been telling you? You know what I'm saying?
He is a clown. He wants $1,000 a month, and he wants everyone in the streets. That's pretty much his plan.
It's easy to live in the streets if you're getting $1,000 a month.
No, it's not. In New York City,
I mean, the people live in the streets.
You can't live $1,000 a month. You can't live a week $1,000. You can't leave $1,000 a week in the city. I mean,
nah. Like I know somebody very, very close to me, somebody that watches the show religiously, living on less than that while being displaced.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But like,
no, it's a terrible idea.
I mean, for me, if I had a choice between somebody who
But the thing is, it's $1,000 a month
on their
and a
own
safety
kids.
net. You're talking about $1,000 a month and no safety net, no nothing, giving all the cops all the money. I mean, this is his plan. He's a clown. He hasn't even been in the city for fucking 20 years. Don't you understand? He doesn't even know New York City. So why the fuck you want to vote someone who doesn't even know your city? That's crazy.
He wants to give me $1,000.
No, he's not going to give you $1,000. He's not going to do that. He's going to fucking get elected and leave and have a computer run the city. Yo,
you can tell how much I despise politics, right?
Yeah.
I basically just whittled the whole thing down to this guy plants guns and drugs on his own kids in his own house, and everybody else is boring as fuck.
watch this. Our favorite Eric Adams, like usual, he lights it up in a whole crazy way. Watch this debate between Eric Adams and Andrew Yang and then Scott Stringer.
Talk about evidence planting.
Pretty close. You'd be surprised. Watch.
You were late on responding to the gun violence in the city. Your company discriminated against people of color. You left the city during a very difficult time, even during a time when I did not see my son over 2 months because I was in the street during COVID. You did not vote in municipal elections at all. I just don't know, how the hell do we have you become our mayor with this record like this? How do you govern a diverse city like this? I just can't get it. You weren't on the ground. You started discovering NYCHA when you were running for mayor. You just started discovering violence when you were running for mayor.
Andrew Yang's inhalation was
telling.
telling.
Mayor. You can't run from the city, Andrew. If you want to run the city, I was here on the ground for 35 uninterrupted years. You know you were not. And so let's be honest about that. So why should we trust you now? You may flee again during a difficult time. I never fled the city.
Eric, we all know that you've been investigated for corruption everywhere you've gone. City, Obama's Department of Justice investigated you. You've achieved the rare trifecta of corruption investigations.
And then you got the little dude in the box in the little corner making the shit look funny. I'm sorry. That shit is funny.
It's going to be exactly the same. That's why so many people on the
sign language people again, the best show.
Want you to be mayor.
So many people on the stage. I guess they want you to be mayor. What am I missing here, Andrew?
I think you're both right. You both should be mayor.
Oh shit!
It was like the two of the worst candidates going at each other. It was exciting. It was like, you know, it was like they both take each other out. That's great. Take each other out. That's awesome.
No, but I think Andrew Yang does make a good point. Like when everybody like really breaks it down, everybody that's on the stage wants to see Eric Adams be the mayor the least out of anybody besides themselves. Like, because everybody wants themselves to be the mayor, right?
That's what
but
makes
if it's not them, everybody's in agreement. They don't want even Eric Adams doesn't want somebody like Eric Adams to be the mayor. Because Eric Adams is black, right? Yeah, and that means that if somebody like Eric Adams is elected mayor, then Eric Adams is at risk for having evidence planted on him and then killed for no reason.
Yeah, I heard he actually got, I think he got friendly fire at NYPD one time. He talks about this story. I don't know if it's true or not. He got shot by another cop, something like that happened. So I don't know what I don't want to know, because that sounds like some.
Maybe he shot himself. He cheddar bobbed himself. And
when cops shoot each other, that's a problem. That's none of my business. You know, it's like, you know, like, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna run with that narrative. I'm going to run with the narrative that Eric Adams cheddar bobbed himself. He shot himself with the gun, and then he planted it on another police officer, and then said it was friendly fire.
I mean, he was really comfortable in that, you know, like in that planted evidence video. He was comfortable, because allegedly that was improv. They pretty much they got the camera guy there, and it didn't even rehearse. He kind of just went and did it. Yeah,
because that's where he planted all the shit on his kids in their fucking in their bedroom. Like, and the dude was so nonchalant with it. Like, we've got bullets, everything you need, I got you. Yeah, you know, something as simple as a crack pipe. Yo, in what fucking dimension is a crack pipe simple? Only in your house, Mr. Adams. Only in your house.
Hey, what child is keeping like packs of crack and cocaine and like?
And the thing is, like, I want to make it very, very painfully clear. I don't like or participate in the politics. However, I do not want to see Eric Adams become the mayor, period. I don't give a fuck who y'all vote for. Don't vote for Eric Adams. Like that is going to be my slogan. That's going to be this message was approved by Dr. Evil Genius. Don't vote for Eric Adams. Yes, this message was approved by Dr. Evil Genius.
But it's scary because it feels like all of the leading candidates, we're gonna have a RoboCop at some point, because these candidates don't want to defund the police.
We already, like, they had like the dog like coming out.
But they had to bring it back, to sell it back. But I feel like one of these
they're gonna put mounted laser weapons.
I was saying, when these mayors become in, they will put lasers on top of it to help stop homelessness. You know?
They're gonna have a compartment in the dog where they shoot out planted evidence and like launch it into people's apartments through the windows.
That's the kamikaze. So when
the cops knock on the door, I saw it in plain view.
The kamikaze drone kind of crashes into your window and sprays crack everywhere.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then when you know that when the crack comes through the window, that your life is almost over. Like you've got about maybe 15 seconds to live, because they're already sprinkling the crack.
Yeah.
So it's over for you.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. So that is this politics as usual went really strange, because this May election has been the strangest election I've seen in a long fucking time. But
would you expect anything different though? Like, look at the life we're living during the COVID era, right? I mean, look at how Andrew Yang ran his presidential campaign, right? Look at the fucking options that you have.
Yeah, that was
like, have you seen a worse lineup of different flavors of mayonnaise, like jars of mayonnaise just sat up there on the fucking stage, and it's just Hellmann's just all across the stage. Fucking like, boring, lifeless.
Please don't give the cops more money. Please don't. Like, you know, like, so
That means don't vote for Eric Adams because you know that police budget is going to double.
Yeah. So,
they're gonna be marching in the streets like the fucking Gestapo.
Yeah. So he already says a lot of crazy stuff like that. I mean, he's saying a lot of weird things about what he wants to do with policing. It makes me uncomfortable.
And I think Andrew Yang dropped the pipe bomb on him though. He dropped the mic on him. Like everywhere you go, there's a corruption investigation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully that moment brings both of them down. So, but then the problem is, the other candidate is not good either. Catherine Garcia is just like kind of a Bloomberg light, which sounds horrible. I don't know.
Well, I mean, what do you mean by Bloomberg light though? Because
she wants to.
Some of the things that Bloomberg wanted to do seemed like it was rooted in like good faith.
I mean, does it look like good faith? Does the city feel like it's great? You know, like
no, not at all. But I'm saying if you do Bloomberg light, maybe if Bloomberg didn't do all of the hateful shit that he did. Yeah. And what I mean by hateful,
I'm saying like
I mean by like he was so classist. You know what I mean? Like he wanted to continue to stomp on the lower classes to pave the way for an easy way for the higher classes to enjoy more luxuries, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you like do some of the quality of life stuff, but you do it in a humanizing way.
Yeah. No, but
you know what I mean? But that's why I'm asking you. You said Bloomberg light.
She wants to end. I think she wants to help businesses and not like she wants to end spontaneous health inspections in restaurants, so restaurants can have rats everywhere. And then when
like we just saw at Home Foods, that mouse was just chilling in there, like
exactly. So they don't want spontaneous health inspections. They want the scheduled health inspections so you can like clean the rats.
You can pretend that you were doing the right thing the whole time while everybody is vomiting, like they took Epicac on Family Guy. Remember? First one to vomit loses.
Oh, don't. But there was an episode when the vomit went back in their mouths, which was like even nastier.
I mean, we could just end the segment.
But that's what these elections feel like. It feel like the vomit is going back into my mouth.
So you want to end the election, like the whole segment? That is the election. I mean, that was a really dark way.
But I don't want to dismay people from voting because local elections are way more important than the presidential elections. And for some reason New York City has the lowest turnout. It makes a lot of sense because we don't have the lowest turnout. That's why things are man shitty because people are not really paying attention to like DA. DAs are super duper important. If you don't want your family and friends getting locked up for dumb shit, please vote for the right DA. And a lot of times we don't pay attention. I mean, luckily, even though Cy Vance has some issues, he's actually going after Trump in a way, but that doesn't really matter because that's even anything that's going to happen with that. But
I think that he's basically just grandstanding so he can elevate his political career. I think Letitia James, she's the real fucking deal. Like she's not in the spotlight at all. She's just like. But I think Cyrus Vance or whatever the fuck his name is.
The DA. Like
I think that
she's the Attorney General of the state.
Yeah, I think that he is just going through the steps so that he can run for president one day.
Yeah. It's definitely a drop the mic thing to do.
She's everything that corporate and white America expect from a black woman. She's not playing no games. She's not taking no shit from you.
Yeah, she's
not letting you get away with a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she held those cards close to the vest. Remember, we were talking about this. What was it? November 3rd and 4th and 5th. The whole time we were talking about it on Black Power Magic, I was just like, "Yep, Letitia James. She's she's kind of lurking in the corners."
And that shows you why elections are
January 20th came. It was like, "Yo, Miss James, you're up."
And that shows you exactly why elections are important. Like she got voted in and she's doing the shit, but she has a track record. She's been out in the streets for a long time. So I mean, she has some iffy things with police stuff, but she's doing her best within the constraints of the system, which allows nothing a lot of times. So this is Black Power Magic Hour on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We're gonna be back on Facebook one day. But then Dr. Reginius, he's live on Twitter, YouTube, Discord, Twitch, talking shit, and that's politics as usual, cutting off veterans' mics.
Cutting off our mics.
Cut off my mic.